Abuse. Joe Igbokwe finally responds to death threat issued by Namdi Kanus' disciple, Ekpa. Joe Igbokwe, a chieftain of the ruling All Progressive Congress, has finally responded to the death threat issued by Simon Ekpa, a disciple of Namdi Kanu. If one recalls, Simon Ekpa had told the APC chieftain that he should be ready to die because Kanu would soon see the light at the end of the tunnel. And Joe Igbokwe, while reacting to the death threat issued by the disciple of Ñnamdi Kanu, he wrote an open letter to the Inspector General of Police, Commander IRT, Igbo governors, senators, HORs, ministers, House of Assemblies, and other leaders and stakeholders in Igbo land. In the open letter, he wrote, the APC chieftain said that he is sure that most of the people have seen the continuous threat to his life and the lives of those of people who do not agree with the IPOP and Eastern Security Network bandits on Biafran agitation. He then revealed that Chief Owazurike, who had also struggled for Biafra, had done his own with wisdom, decency, and did not carry arms. He also added that the chief did not harass or abuse anybody, nor was he confrontationally in his struggle for Biafra. He then also revealed that the chief is still alive today and we do hear him speak, and he always speaks with grace and honor. He then revealed that since Ñnamdi Kanus started his struggle, much hell has been on the loose. Threats are everywhere. He then questioned why Igbo governors and leaders are not speaking out on the issue. He then further added that he believes that these Igbo leaders who are working with security agencies in Nigeria can do something to restore sanity to Igbo land. He then added that we cannot allow blind people to lead us into a pit and that we should not allow this threat to continue. We cannot stand this brigandage any longer. And in Joe Igbokwe's post on Facebook, he wrote, open letter to the Inspector General of Police and commanders. My life is at risk and needs an intervention. Joe Igbokwe, you can see that you are too self-centered. Yes, Joe Igbokwe is very, very self-centered. You can see how he took notes of Ñnamdi Kanus' disciples' threat. He took note of that statement and transformed it into a written letter to the Inspector General of Police for threat of life. Forgotten that he also has said something that is more than that to Ñnamdi Kanu. But nobody ever documented anything. Nobody documented anything. He has forgotten. He has, I'm sure. He has said something that is more than what has just been said to him. He has criticized the group. He has insulted the IPOP leader publicly. He has called him all sorts of names. Ñnamdi Kanu never reported him to anybody, neither did he write a letter. What I will just say that Igbokwe have just done now is just too childish. Igbokwe is just too childish. by doing what he has just done now. It's just childish. Seriously. How can he? And why? And for what? What? For what? You see that? So I will say that it is not encouraging in any way. It is not at all. He has just done what a kid or a child can do. That's what he has just done. You are reporting or you are writing to the Inspector General of Police to do what? You are filing the threat as per what? In case something happens to you. See, let me tell you something. Your own threat is more than what you have just said, what has just been said to you. And if you know that you know how to file threats, your own threats are also filed. You are calling on the Igbo leaders to do something. You, that the Igbo community, even your own community, your own kinsmen have denounced. You still have the mouth to call on the Igbo community. Which mouth do you have to call to use to call on the Igbo community? You don't have any right to call on them anymore because you denied them. You denied them for the sake of the Westerners. So you don't have any right to call them. You don't need to call them because they don't need you. They don't need you because you have made a mess of yourself. You've embarrassed yourself. You have. So what are they going to do with you? What are they going to do with you? What use are you to them? I'm sorry to say that you have done more harm than good. Look at the attitude you are just putting on. Too childish. Too childish, I'll tell you. And that is not how things supposed to be done. Things supposed to be done in a very matured way. But you have just done it wrongly. You have done it wrongly. And it doesn't pay. And I will never be in support of that. You understand? Things are not done that way. So, my dear viewers, this is what we're talking about. Joe Igbokwe is a Nigerian. He is not an Easterner. If you see how a Nigerian behave, you will know them. Because even the scripture said it, that by their fruit we shall know them. They only take note of their own atrocities. No, they only take note of other people's atrocities, but they didn't take note of their own atrocities. He has forgotten how he, of all people, made mockery of Ñnamdi Kanus, abused him, called him all sort of name, called him criminal and all of that. Oh, my dear viewers, we don't need to talk much on this guy's case. You are singing praises of Wazirike. Do you know how many things Wazirike have done? Do you know the atrocities Wazirike have committed? What made Namdi Kanus to leave Wazirike? Because he didn't stand up in the public and speak against criminals in Nigeria. Why will he? Why will he do that? He won't, because he is a federal tool. He is a tool that the federal government are using against the Biafran freedom. He won't. Let me hear from you, my dear viewers in the house. Please don't forget.